Hello people of YouTube, my name is Matthew, and today I am taking a look at 3 Playmates King Kong figures. From left to right, we have the 2005 King Kong from Kong Skull Island 2017, and the new King Kong from Kong vs. Godzilla, or Godzilla vs. Kong from 2021. First up, we're going to start with this King Kong, which the 2005 Kong here does actually look pretty good for its age. Its eyes look really well painted. Its teeth, while they are kind of dirtied up, it looks really cool. I think the mouth, though, could have used a little work, even with that huge gap. I mean, you could possibly put your finger in there. Don't know why you would. But throughout the body, it's just a lot of fur, dry brushing. Sometimes for the blood, it's kind of inconsistent because sometimes they're painted within the crevices, sometimes they're just slapped on there. And there's other ones where it actually has some indentations like the X, and other ones where it's just, come on, why slap paint on there? Why not just carve some stuff in? And all the fur, the dry brushing, brings out all the finer details on this guy. Monkey booty. And the feet, though, are definitely shaped weird, though I think that's just how a normal gorilla looks. So yeah, in terms of 2005 Kong, he definitely looks great, even for his age. Next up is Kong Skull Island, and let me just say, this guy does not really hold up against 2005 Kong. Here he has like a gray paint application for his head, which fades into brown. Nice orange eyes with, I think, either a gray or a blue pupil. Oh, let me zoom in there. Yeah, that is definitely gray. Something that's cool, though, is that his nostrils are actually sculpted in all the way, so it's kind of realistic looking. There's not any dry brushing, which I find surprising, but there is some kind of claw marks there, and some really nice gray spray to kind of bring out the nice little detail there. But that's kind of it. Like, he's just a very mellow, sculpted in terms of detailed figure. In fact, he kind of feels a tad bit rubbery, but I'll save that for the articulation when we get to posability. But also, there's a little scratch mark, I think, on his lip, but you know what? I don't really mind. And last but not least is 2021 Kong. I was about to say 2005 Kong. Don't know why I struggled to say that. But let's get you out of the way. For his sculpt, it actually looks really good. It's kind of like a blend between the Skull Island Kong and the 2005 Kong, where it's not very overly detailed like Skull Island, but it has that dry brushing you'd find on the 2005 Kong, which is a definite plus. And you can see all the blacks, browns kind of thrown in. The orange eyes look awesome. This might be the best inside of the mouth out of the two, because like Skull Island's mouth doesn't have his mouth open, so it's only these two. And this actually looks way better than this in terms of the mouth. The feet look pretty good too. And overall, that's kind of all I have to say about these three. So from last place to first place, last place is Skull Island Kong with some mellow detail and minimal paint applications. Second would be the 2021 King Kong. And first place is the 2005 Kong. For posability, 2005 Kong has a rotation at the head, rotation and hinge at the shoulder, a hinge for the elbow, rotation at the wrist, hinged fingers, rotation and hinge at the leg, and a hinged knee. So overall, pretty good articulation for Kong, I must say. Kong Skull Island features a ball-jointed head that can rotate side to side, tilt, rotation at the shoulder, nothing at the wrist, a limited rotation that can only go up about that far, down about that far for the legs, and a rotation at the foot. Godzilla vs. Kong features a rotation at the head, shoulders, shoulder hinge comboed shoulders, a shoulder hinge comboed elbow, rotation at the wrist, a swivel hinge comboed leg. Don't know why I keep struggling with the names. And a hinged knee. So when we go into a pose-off between these three Kongs, keep in mind they're doing the aircraft carrier scene, you'll see that out of all of them, Skull Island King Kong just seems to have the little bit of a struggle with the lack of knee joints. Yeah, I like you, Jobby, but swivels aren't everything, especially on the feet. And what also makes it worse is that due to the lack of actual inner hinges or rotations for the elbows and shoulders, Skull Island Kong is not able to look like he's actually beating his chest like King Kong or a regular gorilla would. Now keep in mind, none of them can actually touch their chest. I'm just doing this because, you know, if you make it look like, if you go from the front, it looks like they're beating their chest like these two, but they're actually not. So if you want a King Kong that can beat his chest, you might have to go with that big Leonard Kong. But anyways, yeah, with these two, or these three, I gotta say, from worst to best, it's actually going to be these two swapped. And the reason why he's not on first is because he's just much more posable. His shoulder things are going to be for another, his shoulder joints, like they click. That's actually not for articulation. That's for something else, which we'll get into right now. Which is accessories and the gimmicks, I guess, in this case, which we might as well knock it off the bat. Skull Island Kong comes with nothing. Not a weapon, not any gimmick. He's just a plastic King Kong toy. This is where this guy really shines, because on his back, you'll see like a very big button. And what that does is you raise his arms. Okay, that is really loud. And you're supposed to, yeah, it pretty much punches the arms down, which that's really cool. And I actually give him points for that. But that's also where this guy shines. He doesn't have a button, but instead he actually comes with battle damage on his shoulder. And he also comes with this beautiful looking battle axe, which is speculated to come from one of Godzilla's dorsal spines, which that I also kind of believe now. I don't know, I'm not as confident in the theory now that I've seen the trailer. But I gotta say, these accessories and that gimmick, if we're going by numbers here, he only comes with one gimmick, he comes with two accessories. I made this whole debate in my review that this is technically an accessory, not part of the figure itself. So we have two accessories, one gimmick, and 0 for pretty much both. So the numbers are going to go like this. 0 points for you, 1 point for you, and 2 points for you. Now it's time for the scores, and 2005 Kong comes in with 0 points, or 0 rounds won. 2005 Kong, knocking him over, comes in with 1 round won, or like he won a round. And this Kong, 2017, or 2021, why do I keep mixing these guys up? It's hard having a bunch of monkeys on our table all together. Comes in with 2 points. That means this Kong is the winner of this showdown. So if you got upset that these two lost or this one won, don't be. Because at the end of the day, I like all these Kongs individually. I still might think he's my favorite. But out of all of them, it just goes to show, why didn't they put much effort into this one? Yes, he's the best out of the classic Godzilla and Kong series to date, but given his competition within the line, that's not really saying much. I mean, pulling one over from the shelf, this is his competition. Yeah, not necessarily a compliment, though I guess it is, I'm not sure. But overall, these are all spectacular Kong figures, and considering the fact that they're roughly the same price at retail, this guy probably goes for a few hundred nowadays, these Kongs are pretty good. So overall, which one's your favorite? Did yours win, or did yours lose? That being said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.